The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, partially transcribed, by the Kraft Foods Company. There's something truly new and truly wonderful about Kraft's new Parquet margarine. New Parquet now spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Join with your neighbors in making this great discovery. The minute you take new Parquet from your refrigerator, it's ready to spread smoothly on the freshest bread. No tearing, no trouble. Kraft's new Parquet margarine comes to you in a new ice blue package. Try a pound. You'll love the way it tastes. You'll love the way it spreads. If the great Gildersleeve wasn't so busy with his job of water commissioner, he'd be out at junior high school every afternoon watching football practice, because he dreams of the day when Leroy will make football headlines. And there's no greater dreamer than the great Gildersleeve.
Bertie!
In the kitchen, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah. Has Leroy come home from football practice?
I don't think so. The refrigerator ain't been raided.
Well, the coach could have kept some of the team a little late.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the day he was to pick the squad to go to Center City next week.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gildersleeve, you think Leroy's good enough to make that squad?
Why, how can he miss? The coach is taking 24 players. There are only 26 out for football.
Well, Leroy ain't been working at it very hard.
Oh, he'll make it, Bertie. He has to. Commissioner Hogan was in today bragging about his boy. He's on the first team.
That's nice.
He says they call his son Hurry Up Hogan because he can run faster than the other boys.
Yes, sir.
I can't stand people who come around bragging on their children.
No, sir.
I wish Leroy would hurry. I want to go down and tell Peavy and the rest that Leroy made the squad.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Leroy now. By George, he made it.
Cheer, we'll cheer for old junior high.
Leroy, my boy.
Hi, Unc. Hi, Bertie.
Hello, Leroy.
You made it. You made it.
Made it home? Sure.
No, I mean you made the football team.
Are you kidding?
You didn't? But you sounded so happy.
I am happy. I think I'm going to be assistant cheerleader.
Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter with our team? They're all right. Who's all right? Summerfield.
Leroy.
That boy's all right, too.
Bertie, please. Leroy, leading cheers is all right, but I want you to play in the game.
Gosh, Unc, you know I can't make the team.
Why not?
You know me. When I run out for a pass, my feet are all thumbs.
Leroy, you haven't really tried. You're taking this too lightly.
Yeah, but...
You're not really interested.
Gee, Unc, I would be if I ever got to play. What's the use putting on shoulder pads just to sit on the bench?
Now, that's not the right attitude. We Gildersleeves have always been a football-playing family.
Eggman.
Who's that?
Mr. Cooley, the Eggman.
Eggman.
Ilfer. Where's Bertie?
She went upstairs.
Eggman.
Just lay them on the back porch.
They've already been laid, sir.
Yes.
And I never leave them on the back porch. I always put them in the refrigerator.
Great.
My eggs are fresh, and I always keep them that way. I have my reputation as an eggman to think about, Mr. Gildersleeve. Hello, Leroy.
Hi, Mr. Cooley.
Now, Leroy, I want you to fight for a place on the team. Follow in the footsteps of your old uncle.
I'm putting the eggs in a refrigerator, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, all right. At State College, I had quite a reputation on the gridiron, my boy. You know what they said about me?
Ham. That goes good with eggs.
They said I was the best blocking back they ever had.
But you were big, and I'm just a skinny little kid.
It isn't just size. It's grit and determination. Commissioner Hogan's boy is smaller than you are, and he's on the first team.
Oh, gosh.
Now, show some spirit. I want to sit in the stands and watch you lug the old pigskin. So start doing it tomorrow.
Okay. And I was going to turn in my suit and go roller skating with Babs tomorrow afternoon.
That boy. Roller skating when he can play football.
Is Babs the little girl across the street?
Oop. I thought you'd gone, Mr. Cooley.
I wanted to explain why I'm so late with the eggs today, sir.
Yeah, that's all right.
When I was putting them in the carton, I dropped one and had to wait around the hen house for a new one.
You don't have to apologize.
You can't hurry a hen, you know.
Well, I don't want to hurry you either, but haven't you more deliveries to make?
Oh, no, sir. I'm through for the day. I can stick around.
Zeke.
I was quite amused by that line you were giving Leroy.
Line?
I'm always telling my little kid what a big shot I was, too.
Now, see here, Cooley. I did play football at State College.
First team?
Well,
Second team?
well, Cooley, you're getting a little personal.
Come on, let's see you catch a pass. I'll throw you an egg.
You will not. Bertie,
Yes, sir?
I want to talk to you about that Eggman.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes. I'm afraid I'm a little cool on Mr. Cooley. Why don't we buy our eggs from the market?
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, we can't stop taking eggs from Mr. Cooley. He's got the freshest eggs in town.
Well...
We can't get cool on Mr. Cooley.
But, Bertie, he just walks in the house and makes himself at home. Joins in the conversation.
Yes, sir, but he's got the freshest eggs in town. We can't get cool on Mr. Cooley.
Well, that may be, but...
Mr. Gildersleeve, you know who's got the freshest eggs in town?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right, so we can't get cool on Mr. Cooley.
Oh, well. I guess Mr. Cooley stays. Here, I'll go, Bertie. I wonder who's calling so close to the dinner hour.
Good evening, Gildy.
Oh, hello, Judge. Come in.
Thank you. I finished drawing up these contracts for the water department.
Judge, you could have dropped them by my office in the morning.
Well, this seemed a good time to deliver them. My, that pot roast has an appetizing aroma.
Hungry old goat. All right, Horace. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Oh, I wouldn't think of accepting on such short notice. But short notice is all I ever get here, so I accept.
Well, come on in the study.
Thank you, Gildy.
Bertie, set another place at the table. The judge will be with us.
Yes, sir. Evening, Judge.
Evening, Birdie.
Yes, yes. Sit down, Judge.
How's Leroy getting along in school?
Terrible. He didn't make the football team.
Is the boy upset about it?
No, he isn't upset at all. He's practically happy about it. But he's going to play football.
I'm surprised he even went out for football.
Watch this, Judge.
Well, he isn't the athletic type any more than you are, Gildy.
Judge, I'm getting a little tired being told I'm not athletic.
Others recognize that fact, too.
What do you mean by that?
Gildy, you know you can't even sit a horse. You bounce up and down like a jack-in-the-box.
Judge.
And you're the worst bowler in our group. Remember the night that you got your big fat thumb stuck in the bowling ball and threw yourself down the alley?
Well, I got my thumb where my finger should have been.
You're all wrong about forcing Leroy to play football, too.
I'm not forcing him. I'm just insisting that he try, like I did.
Gildy, if you ever put on a football uniform, it was probably to impress some girl.
Well, shoulder pads don't do any harm.
See? You did try to impress the girls.
Now, Judge, Say, that might work with Leroy.
What?
He's always trying to impress Babs. If she'd asked him to make the team, he'd make it all right.
Now, Gildy.
Yes, sir. That'll light a fire under Leroy. I think I'll talk to her mother about that tonight.
Well, it's a good excuse to pay a call on a pretty woman.
Judge, it isn't just because she's pretty. I'm only doing this for Leroy.
What you go through for Leroy.
Oh, hello, Leroy.
Hi, Miss Winthrop. Babs home?
No, she's over at Mimi's house doing homework.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to tell her I can't go roller skating with her tomorrow afternoon.
Oh? Well, I'm sorry, Leroy.
Yeah. Unc says I gotta stay out for football.
He does.
I don't want to, but I gotta.
Well, come in and tell me about it.
Okay, for a minute.
Sit down, won't you?
Okay, for a minute.
Now then. Don't you like football?
Well, sure, I like it all right, but I'm wasting my time. All I do is warm the bench.
Warm the bench?
Well, you know, the same as it is with a girl who's a wallflower. Of course, you wouldn't know how a wallflower feels.
Thank you. It's a very nice compliment.
That's okay.
Leroy, why does your uncle insist on your playing football?
Well,
Perhaps he didn't get to play football and wants you to.
Unc says he played football like crazy.
Oh? What position did he play?
Gosh, he played nearly every position there is. He played all sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unc was a four-letter man.
Well, did you ever see any of his college sweaters?
No, he says a long time ago the moths ate them. But he was a big star. You ought to hear him tell about it.
I'd like to. When he comes over, I think I'll draw him out on the subject.
Why, George, this is a great idea. Paula loves sports. She'll be glad to help me make a football player out of Leroy.
Oh, hello, Throckmorton. Come in.
Yeah, thank you, Paula. Yeah, a little nippy this evening.
Yes, isn't it? Wonderful football weather.
Football? Say, I'm glad you brought the subject up. That's the reason I came over. Yeah, at least one of the reasons.
Oh? Well, sit down, Throckmorton.
Yeah, thank you. Paula,
Yes?
since you brought up the subject of football, I wonder if you'd speak to Babs about getting Leroy a little more interested in the game.
Oh, is it really that important?
Well, you know how it is with a man who's been an athlete himself. He wants to see the boy star, too.
Oh, of course.
And I'm sure if Leroy found out Babs wanted him to play, he'd play. A woman can make a man do anything, you know.
I wonder.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. Throckmorton, I can understand your wanting Leroy to be like you.
Well...
He tells me you won letters in 4 sports.
Oh, yes. Football, baseball, basketball, and, let's see, I forget the 4th.
Well, could it have been tennis?
Tennis. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, I love tennis. Throckmorton, why don't you invite me to play sometime?
Me?
We can play tomorrow afternoon.
But, Paula, we're going to a dance tomorrow night.
Oh, yes, we are.
Got out of that.
Well, why don't we do both?
Both?
Why don't we, Throckmorton?
Well, it sounds like a very strenuous day. For you, I mean.
Ah, there you go. Thinking of me again.
Well, if I'm anything, I'm thoughtful.
No, I'm afraid I've been very selfish, Throckmorton, keeping you away from the sport you love.
No, Paula, I'm very happy just sitting here in the parlor with you.
After all your years as an athlete, your big, strong body must cry out for exercise.
Well, I try to keep myself under control.
And if we play tennis, we can be together so much more.
Hard to argue against that.
I just adore athletic men like you.
Oh, thank you.
I can see you now. So robust and handsome, strolling out on the tennis court in your white flannels.
Yeah?
With your rackets under your arm, the Turkish towel thrown nonchalantly over your big, broad shoulders.
Yeah.
And after a vigorous game, we can stroll hand in hand through the park.
Oh?
Looking for a quiet, shady place to relax.
Paula, let's go play tennis.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Good news gets around in a hurry, and that's why there's so much talk about Kraft's wonderful new parquet margarine. Women are really enthusiastic, and what they particularly like about new parquet is the way it spreads. It actually spreads smoothly when ice cold. That's quite a promise, but it's a fact you can quickly prove. Just store a pound of new parquet in your refrigerator overnight until it's good and cold. Then, remove one of the golden yellow quarters and make this test without a minute's warm-up. Cut off a pat or two. Even though it's ice cold, notice how neatly parquet slices. No splintering or crumbling. Now, spread one of those pats on a slice of fresh bread. It smooths on evenly and easily. Then take a great big bite. Delicious eating, you'll agree. Another test. Let new parquet stand out in a warm kitchen. See for yourself how it holds its shape. No separation, no running all over the plate. Doesn't new parquet sound like the kind of table spread you'd like to serve every day? Try it tomorrow. Look for Kraft's new parquet margarine at your grocer's. You'll find it in a new ice blue package. A picture of a cake of ice up in the corner will remind you that parquet is the margarine that spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Well, Leroy isn't exactly the athletic type, but the great Gildersleeve insists that he go out for football. When Paula heard this, she maneuvered the rotund water commissioner into a game of tennis.
How did I get trapped into playing tennis? Oh, well, I got carried away. What the heck, it'll be a pleasant afternoon. You better stop in Peavy's and pick up some new tennis balls. Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you?
I want some tennis balls.
Tennis balls, you say?
Yep.
Yeah, well. Leroy taking up tennis, is he?
No, Leroy's pretty well occupied with football.
I thought he'd dropped football. He was in yesterday and said he was going to.
Well, that was before he talked it over with me.
I see. Well, who's going to play tennis?
I am. Peavy, there's nothing funny about me playing tennis.
Yeah, you laugh at what you think is funny, and I'll laugh at what I think is funny.
Peavy, I've played tennis.
Could be, but how long ago?
Well, let me see. Some years back.
I don't mean how many years back. I mean how many pounds back.
Now, Peavy, Paula just complimented me on my physique.
Well, I can tell you the truth. I don't have to depend on you for dates.
Yeah, all right, Peavy.
If I were you, I'd take it easy, Mr. Gildersleeve. When a man gets a little over the hill like you, why...
I'm not over the hill.
Well, you're beginning to show the effects of the climb.
Yes.
I don't want to discourage you, but I sell a lot of liniment to weekend athletes. Do you want your bottle now?
No, Peavy. You know exercise is good for a man.
In moderation, yes. I get a certain amount of exercise out of wrestling.
Peavy, you don't wrestle.
No, I watch it on television.
Oh, my goodness, that's no exercise.
It is for me. I'll never forget the night I got so excited I put a toe hold on myself.
A toe hold on yourself?
I threw myself right out of the chair.
I don't believe it.
Now, I'm here to tell you, that night I had to use liniment. How many bottles you say you want for your tennis game?
None, Peavy. I'm still sound of wind and limb.
Well?
Like a horse.
Well, yes.
Besides, I'm playing tennis with a girl, so I won't have to exert myself.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't admit it to Peavy, but he's right. I'm not in shape to play tennis. Sprinting from the car to the porch convinced me of that. Well, I hid my tennis shoes. Now where can I hide my racket? Say, who'd ever think to look for a tennis racket in the fireplace? Huh?
Hey, up, where are you?
Oop, just in time. In the parlor, Leroy.
I hear you're playing tennis this afternoon with Mrs. Winthrop.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to phone Paula and call off our game.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know she'll be as disappointed as I am, but it seems my racket and shoes have disappeared.
Oh, I saw him half an hour ago right here in the hall.
Well, that's strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Bertie!
Yes, Leroy?
Have you seen Unc's tennis racket?
Leroy, it isn't that important. Let's not disturb Bertie.
The racket and shoes was right here in the hall a few minutes ago.
Isn't this mysterious?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody's been here except you, Bertie, and me. And I'm not guilty.
Me either.
Then who could have moved them?
No, Leroy, let's not start making accusations.
Unc,
What?
You're trying to get out of it, aren't you?
Leroy, why would I try to get out of a game of tennis?
Because you can't play tennis?
Nonsense.
Well, we'll help you find the stuff. Come on, Bertie.
Ilfer.
I'll look in the back of the house. That is, if Mr. Gildersleeve don't mind.
Why not? I have a tennis engagement, don't I?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. It didn't fall behind the couch.
Yeah, Leroy, you're wasting your time.
And there's nothing under the rug.
You're not even warm. I mean...
and they're not... Uh-oh. Unc, it's a little chilly in here. Let's light the log in the fireplace.
Leroy, give me that racket.
Sure, but you still have to find your shoes.
Mr. Gildersleeve,
Yes, Bertie?
how do you suppose your tennis shoes got in the washing machine?
Oh, my. Sometimes a family can be too helpful.
Ready, Throckmorton?
Ready? Paula? Go ahead. Serve. I'd better get this one. Hey, I hit it. Oop, she hit it too, right past me.
Oh, Throckmorton, you didn't win a game in that set.
Yeah, I didn't. Did I?
You're not trying. You're just letting me win.
Well, Paula.
Pretending you're out of breath, stumbling and falling into the net.
Yeah. Anything for a laugh.
Come on now. Give me some competition. Put up a fight.
You mean you want to play some more?
Well, of course. It's your serve.
Oh, brother, I can hardly lift a racket.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Dark. First serve, Paula. Missed it. Come back here, ball. Don't make me chase you. Oh, I'm glad nobody's here to see me make a fool of myself.
Is that you, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Who's that?
The coolie, the egg man.
The last man I want to see.
What are you doing?
What do you think? I'm playing tennis.
Oh, no, you're not. I've been watching.
Control yourself, Gildersleeve. Ready, Paula?
Goodness, yes.
Second serve.
Hello, Mrs. Winthrop.
Zeke.
Hello, Mr. Cooley.
She takes eggs from me, too.
Great.
Well, you're going to serve, Throckmorton?
You bet. Here it comes.
You're fudging.
What?
You're standing on the service line.
So are you. Get off the court. Service, Paula. I hit it.
Fault.
It was not, Cooley.
Look out, Throckmorton.
What? Ooh, right above the belt.
Bullseye, Mrs. Winthrop.
Cooley, go peddle your eggs. Oh, me. Bertie, I wish Peavy'd hurry and bring the liniments I ordered.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my back, legs, shoulders. I've discovered muscles I never knew I had.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy.
What are you doing on the couch?
Suffering.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you want the hot water bottle warmed up?
Yeah, just leave it where it is. I can't move.
Yes, sir.
Too much tennis, huh?
I'm afraid so, my boy. It's not my game.
Sorry, Unc.
Well, I asked for it. And Leroy,
Yeah?
if you don't want to go out for football, it's all right with me.
Oh, I want to go out.
You do?
Yeah. The coach has taken me with the team to Center City.
Really?
No kidding.
Little Leroy.
And if you hadn't told me to stick in there, I wouldn't have made it. Of course, I'll never be the great athlete you were.
Well, my boy, it seems I'm not the great athlete I represented myself to be.
Doesn't make any difference to me, Unc.
It doesn't?
I like you anyway.
Oh, what a fine boy.
You don't have to build yourself up with me like you do with Mrs. Winthrop.
Well, I'm through doing that, too. Help me up, my boy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm going over and admit to Paula that I can't possibly make it to the dance tonight. Ouch!
Charlie horses, huh?
Whole stable full of them. Yeah, I thought I'd never make it up Paula's steps. Well, I've learned my lesson. I'll never misrepresent myself again. It always catches up with you.
Oh, Throckmorton.
Hello, Paula.
Oh, I'm so glad you came over. I was just about to phone you that I'm simply not up to dancing tonight.
You're not?
I've never been so sore and stiff.
Oh?
And frankly, I thought you were the one who'd be suffering.
Well...
Throckmorton, you amaze me. How do you do it? All that exercise and you come over ready to go dancing.
Me? Well, you honestly don't feel up to it?
Oh, I can't possibly make it. I'm sorry, but I just can't keep up with you.
Well, you know how it is. Once an athlete, always an athlete.
Oh, you're wonderful.
Yep, right now I feel great.
Oh, somebody at the door. Excuse me.
Go right ahead.
Oh, it's Mr. Peavy.
Well, hello, Mrs. Winthrop.
Peavy.
Mr. Gildersleeve, Leroy told me you were here.
Oh?
And from the way you were groaning on the phone, I thought you might want these liniments right away.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. The newest discovery in a table spread now comes in an ice blue package. It's Kraft's new Parquet, the margarine that spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Compare new Parquet with any other table spread, and you'll agree it spreads better, far better. New Parquet is good eating, too, with a delightful flavor that sings of freshness. Tomorrow, look for Kraft's new Parquet in the ice blue package. It looks wonderful, it tastes wonderful, and it spreads smoothly even when ice cold.
Having fun, Paula?
Mm-hmm. I just love a good dance.
Nothing like good dance music. I haven't stepped on your toe once. Am I holding your hand too tightly?
Not at all.
Paula, after all that tennis today, I didn't think we'd be up so late tonight.
Neither did I. Perhaps we should call it an evening.
Yeah, guess we better. If I can get out of this chair, I'll snap off your television set and go home. Good old Peavy knows how to exercise. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is partially transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Gene Bates, Bud Steffen, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Delicious cold cuts for luncheon or supper make a welcome change of pace from the hot meals you've been serving. Easy to fix, too. But here's a tip. Be sure there's delicious Kraft prepared mustard on the table. Because when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. There are two kinds of Kraft mustard. Mild Kraft mustard, so smooth and delicately spiced, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added to give it extra zip. Keep both kinds on hand for different tastes. Next time, get Kraft prepared mustard.
Tonight, it's Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, partially transcribed, by the Kraft Foods Company. Seeing's believing and tasting's believing. So try Kraft's wonderful new parquet margarine tomorrow. See for yourself that new parquet spreads smoothly, even when ice cold. See how neatly it spreads on the freshest slice of bread, and taste how good and appetizing it is. New parquet has a flavor that millions say is tops. Your grocer has Kraft's new parquet margarine in the new blue package. You'll love the way it tastes. You'll love the way it spreads. As City Water Commissioner, the great Gildersleeve is a fairly important person in Summerfield, but he has never been invited to participate in any of Mayor Terwilliger's social activities. Consequently, it was quite a plum when the mayor asked him to play golf at the country club.
By George, Gildersleeve, you really scored. Isn't everybody who gets invited to play golf with the boss? Now, where are my clubs? Must be here in the garage somewhere.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy.
What are you doing cleaning out the garage?
Yeah, I'm looking for something.
A car?
No, my golf clubs. Your old uncle has been paid a great honor.
Yeah?
His Honor Mayor Terwilliger has invited the water commissioner to his country club.
What's the matter? They got a leaky pipe?
Watch it, young man. Yeah, let's see now.
No kidding, Uncle. You really gonna play golf with the mayor?
Yep. Wants me to meet him on the first tee at 1 o'clock. I may just be in for a promotion, my boy.
Oh, you dreamer.
Well, the facts speak for themselves. He didn't ask any of the other commissioners to play golf with him. Why would he ask me?
Because he knows he can beat you?
Now, Leroy. Of course, I haven't played in a couple of years, but here are my clubs. Think I'll go out in the yard and take a few practice swings with my trusty old 9-iron.
Hey, Unc, how about me caddying for you?
Well, that's an idea. Bring my golf bag out in the yard.
Swell.
This old club feels good. They don't make them like this anymore. Genuine hickory shafts.
What's the curve in it for? Hitting around trees?
Leroy, it isn't that bad. Yeah, drop a ball here in the grass.
Okay.
I'll chip it up to the base of the tree. Yep. Went off to the right.
Yeah, in the ash can.
Drop another ball, my boy.
Sure.
Have to concentrate a little more. Zeke. Off to the left this time.
Unc.
Yes, Leroy?
You don't need a caddy. You need a bird dog.
Yes. Drop another ball.
Okay.
I'll straighten this one out.
Eggman!
Hey, there's Mr. Cooley.
Leroy, I'm concentrating.
Eggman!
Oh, Cooley, I'm about to hit a golf ball.
You want a bat? Hello, Leroy.
Hi.
Cooley, move. You're standing right in front of me.
From the way you hit the other two, this is the safest place. Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello. And kindly move.
Hey, Unc, you're going to lose all the golf balls. Why don't you swing at a leaf or something?
Why not swing at one of my eggs?
You put it down there and you'll be minus an egg.
I'll take that chance.
Leroy, why don't you run and round up the balls?
Okay.
And you, Mr. Cooley?
Yes, sir?
I have a very important golf date with the mayor this afternoon. I'm trying to sharpen up my game. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, certainly, sir.
Now, slow backswing.
I'll never be able to understand why so many people play golf.
That's because you don't understand the game. Now, quiet, please. I must keep my eye on the ball.
All you do is hit the ball as far as you can and then go look for it.
Yes.
And when you find it, you hit it again.
Cooley, you talked on my backswing.
Sorry, sir.
Now, eye on the ball. Slow backswing.
That's another thing about golf. You can't even carry on a conversation.
Oh, what's the use? I'm going to hit it anyway. As far as I can.
You missed it.
I know that.
You lifted your head.
Confound it. This time I'll knock it out of the stake. Oh, broke my club.
You shouldn't lose your temper.
Swung so hard I've got a crick in my neck. Ouch!
Hey, Unc, I can only find one ball.
Leroy, there's one down in this hole he just dug.
Coolie.
Why is your head cocked to one side, Unc? You listening to something?
Leroy, I've got a crick in my neck. I can't turn my head around straight.
Then how are you going to see the ball?
He might hit it if he can't see it.
Don't worry. I'll see it. The doctor can take care of my neck in a jiffy.
Unc, do you have to go to the doctor for this?
Leroy, there's no use playing golf with a crick in my neck when they can get it out in no time here at the clinic.
Hey, this clinic is swell. Door buzzers and everything.
Yes. I've never been here before.
Where is everybody?
Someone will be out. Let's sit down with a magazine and wait.
Oh, boy, a 1949 Popular Mechanics. I bet this is worth money.
Here comes a nurse. Cute, too.
There's nothing wrong with your neck.
Leroy.
Well, good morning. I'm Miss Hatfield. May I help you?
Yes, indeed. I'm Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, City Water Commissioner, and this is my nephew, Leroy.
How do you do?
Hi.
Who's the patient?
I am.
Well, step right over here, please. Have you been to this clinic before, Mr. Gildersleeve?
No, I'm a pretty healthy specimen.
Oh? Excuse me. Are you listening to something?
No, I just have a slight crick in my neck.
Oh, I see. Well, let's just fill out this little form.
Look at all those questions. Nurse.
Yes?
I doubt if all that red tape is necessary. Just show me a doctor, and I'll show him my neck and get out of here.
I'm afraid it isn't quite that easy.
Oh?
Before you're admitted to the clinic, we have to have certain information.
Well...
Mr. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. Correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Marital status?
None. I mean, no. That is...
Single.
Yes.
Occupation? Water commissioner.
Yes, indeed. Up to my neck in water for 11 years now.
Employed by?
The mayor. And come to think of it, I'm due
Employed by City of Summerfield.
Nurse, can I see the doctor now?
Oh, we've scarcely begun to fill this out.
But all I have is a crick in the neck. Shouldn't take the doctor 5 minutes.
The doctor isn't in yet.
He isn't?
No, he's making house calls.
Hey, Unc, maybe it'd be quicker to go home and call him to the house.
I think I'd better forget the whole thing.
Oh, here's Dr. Culpepper. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Hi.
Well, young man, what's wrong with you?
Me?
Fall out of a tree, get hit by a football, stub your toe, stick out your tongue.
Should I, Unc?
Doctor, I'm the patient.
Oh, yes, should have known.
I'm Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, and I just stopped in for
Fine.
Doctor, there are other patients waiting in the examining room.
Fine. Nurse, take this man's medical history, and I'll see him later.
But, Doctor...
Say, you keep cocking your head. Are you listening to something?
No, I have a crick in my neck.
Fine.
And now, Mr. Gildersleeve, let's get back to our questionnaire. Who referred you to us?
Nobody. I stuck out my own neck. Getting late. I should have left with Leroy. Here comes that nurse again. What a busy place. Nurse?
All right, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I don't like to complain, but I've been here an hour and I still haven't seen the doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry about all the interruptions, but we have other patients, too, you know.
Yes, but I'm not exactly a patient now. My neck feels better all the time.
Oh, now, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I have a very important golf game in half an hour.
You're trying to alibi.
What?
Yes, you're just like a lot of people. You come in here and get cold feet before you even see the doctor. Now, let's get on with your medical history.
Oh, dear.
Childhood diseases?
Is that important? I don't have them anymore.
It might be important to the doctor. Fess up now. Childhood diseases?
Oh, well, let's see. Chicken pox.
Uh-huh. Chicken pox. Anything else?
Well, once I ate too many green apples.
Oh, you naughty boy.
Huh?
Let's not tell the doctor about that one. It'll be our little secret.
Oh, my goodness.
And now let's see. We've taken your blood pressure, your pulse. Now let's take your temperature.
My temperature?
Open your mouth.
Oof.
There.
I wasn't ready.
Keep your mouth closed. I'm not taking the temperature of the room, you know. Oh, good morning, Mrs. Potter.
Good morning, Miss Hatfield.
Well, you're early this morning.
Well, right after breakfast, I started worrying about myself.
Now, the doctor told you not to worry.
Oh, but I want to.
Oh, excuse me, that's the doctor. Why don't you sit down there by Mr. Gildersleeve?
Thank you, honey. She's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
What are you in for? Mumps?
Mm-hmm.
Sore throat?
Oh.
Well, I put on my glasses and take a look at you.
Oh.
There. Oh, my stars. Do you know you have a thermometer in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you think I was never coming back, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the thermometer now.
Good. Any temperature, nurse?
Temperature?
Am I normal?
Well,
I mean, is it down? Or up, maybe?
this information is for the doctor, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, my goodness.
If she won't tell you, I'll take your temperature.
What?
Let me put my hand on your forehead, Sonny.
Sonny. I'll wait for the doctor, if you don't mind.
Oh, you won't find out much from him.
Oh?
I've been coming here for years. He never will admit there's something wrong with me. But he can't fool me.
Why, Mrs. Potter, you're as healthy as a horse.
Well, if I am, it's because I see my doctor regularly.
You do?
Every day. Say, are you listening to something?
Yeah, I'm looking and listening for the doctor.
Mr. Gildersleeve has a pain in the neck.
You bet.
Excuse me, Dr. Culpepper buzzing again.
Oh, what a busy doctor. He'll never get around to me.
Now, Sonny, you do as I do. Just sit here until he does get around to you.
But, madam...
We can amuse ourselves. I have a cribbage board right here in my shopping bag.
Oh,
when I can't get some neighbor to play, I come down here. Cut for deal.
Please, I can't play cribbage with you. I have a golf game at 1 o'clock. Say, it's almost that now.
You can't play golf, Sonny. You aren't well enough.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't be in the clinic.
Well, by George, I'm leaving. I have an important date with the mayor.
Do you know the mayor?
He's my boss, that's all.
Oh, you're a politician.
Well...
No wonder you're in the clinic after all that campaigning.
I don't campaign. I'm appointed. And if I want to be appointed again, I have to get out to that golf course. Where's my hat?
I won't let you go.
Madam, let go of my coat tail.
I will not. You're a rash young man.
Please.
If you won't think about your health, somebody else has to. Sit down, Sonny.
No, madam, watch it.
Sit down.
Nurse, doctor.
Now, you're delirious.
Well, what's going on out here?
Well, thank goodness you're here, Doctor. Mr. Gildersleeve was about to leave.
Oh, yes, Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I am a little anxious to get out of here, Doctor. Getting more anxious all the time.
Well, let's take a look at your chart.
Yeah, well, that chart the nurse filled out is hardly necessary, Doctor. I feel fine.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. Oh?
What's the matter, Doctor?
Uh-oh.
Doctor?
Uh-huh. Well.
Why is he shaking his head?
Sit down, Sonny.
I guess I'd better.
Greg Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Do you hesitate to try new foods? Don't let a thing like that keep you from discovering Kraft's wonderful new Parquet. Here's a margarine that's different, deliciously and dramatically different from any table spread you've ever served before. Wouldn't you like a spread that needs no warm-up when you take it out of your refrigerator? A spread that can be served instantly? Then new Parquet is for you. New Parquet spreads smoothly even when ice cold. It won't tear the freshest slice of bread, won't crumple thin crackers. New Parquet melts quickly, too, in your frying pan, and yet it won't turn soft and run all over the plate if you leave it standing out in a warm kitchen. All this is possible because Kraft has perfected a new way of making margarine. This new method gives you what you've always wanted in a table spread. A texture that's exactly right, whether it's hot or cold. Kraft's new discovery also improves the flavor of Parquet. Serve it as a table spread, as a seasoning on hot vegetables. Use it as a shortening in your baking. Parquet's fresh, wholesome taste means good eating always. Get Kraft's new Parquet tomorrow in the ice blue package. The picture of a cake of ice in the corner will remind you that Parquet is the margarine that spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Well, the great Gildersleeve was elated when the mayor asked him to play golf. He got his clubs, went out into the yard to take a few practice swings, and got a crick in his neck. He thought it would be a simple matter to have the crick removed before his golf date at 1 o'clock, but it's after 1 now, and the water commissioner is still at the doctor's office.
Yeah, I'll try calling the mayor once more. He's probably wondering what's happened to me. Line's busy again. I can see Mayor Terwilliger now, fuming and pacing up and down the first tee like a bantam rooster.
Well, did you get your call through, Mr. Gildersleeve?
No, the line's still busy. Nurse, you know I'm in a hurry. Why did you take that little Mrs. Potter in ahead of me?
Isn't she a doll?
Well...
The doctor only takes a minute with her, and he might want to spend a little time with you.
Oh? What makes you think so?
Well, the doctor's a very thorough man, and you say you haven't seen a doctor in quite a long time, Mr. Gildersleeve.
No, but... Nurse, you know what you wrote on my chart. What are some of the things you put down?
Well, I can't tell you. Professional ethics.
Oh, come on now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. I've got a good notion not to even wait to find out what's wrong with me.
Nurse?
Yes, Doctor?
Oh, there you are, Doctor.
Nurse, phone the pharmacy and have them deliver my order right away. I'm so busy I won't be able to go by for it.
Yes, Doctor, right away.
Just a minute, Doctor.
Oh, do you wish to see me? Fine, fine.
Do I wish to see him? I've been waiting quite a while.
Oh, fine, fine. Let me look at you. What's your name?
Gildersleeve.
Fine. Say, you look a little flushed.
I should. I'm boiling. I've been here for hours, and there's not much wrong with me.
Fine. How do you know?
How do I know? Well,
You just keep your shirt on until I tell you to take it off.
Take my shirt off? Wonder if he's discovered something wrong with me already. He said I was flushed. Nah, nothing wrong with me. Nurse! Oh, nurse!
Yes, what is it now, Mr. Gildersleeve?
I'm leaving.
You are?
There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing more than is wrong with that little Mrs. Potter.
Nurse. Oh, he found something wrong with me. He found something.
He did, Mrs. Potter.
He did, and I'm so happy.
You're happy about it?
I'm beside myself. Mr. Gildersleeve, the good doctor told me I have a vitamin A deficiency.
Aren't you fortunate?
Oh, yes. Vitamin A is the first vitamin in the alphabet, you know.
Oh, brother.
And I have to take pills. And, Mr. Gildersleeve, I have a good feeling about you.
You do?
I just know the doctor will find something wrong with you, too.
I can't wait.
Bye, Miss Hatfield.
Goodbye, Mrs. Potter.
Bye, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Goodbye.
Ta-la-la-la.
Now, Mr. Gildersleeve, you want to go back to the examining room?
I'm not so sure. They just moved me back here to wait. Nearly 2 o'clock. A fine golf date. I'd sneak out of here if I knew where they put my tie and shirt. Feel pretty silly in this white jacket with bows in back. Yeah, that must be the doctor now. I'll peek out the door. If he passes me again, I'll drag him in by his stethoscope. What? Why, it's Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Peavy, what are you doing here?
I'm delivering some drugs to Dr. Culpepper. What are you doing here?
Well, the mayor asked me to play golf with him.
Oh? You looking for the ball way over here?
Peavy, I'm waiting to see the doctor.
I didn't think you'd be playing golf in your nightshirt.
Not mine. It's the doctor's.
And then why are you wearing
it? Yes. Peavy, I've been tied up here all day.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve. What seems to be the trouble?
Not a thing. Nothing wrong with me.
Well, then why are you here?
I'm here for an examination.
Well, why are you having an examination?
See what's wrong with me.
How's that?
Peavy, I came in here with a simple crick in my neck. The nurse took my blood pressure, my temperature, and all that stuff.
You don't say.
Yeah. And then the doctor took a look at my chart and started shaking his head. What do you think that means, Peavy?
Well, maybe he's got a crick in his neck, too.
All right. I don't mind admitting I'm a little concerned about myself.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much, Mr. Gildersleeve.
You wouldn't?
Dr. Culpepper is one of the best diagnosticians in the state.
Well, that's good news.
He'll locate your trouble.
Peavy, don't you start worrying me. Say, there's Dr. Culpepper coming down the hall again. Peavy, see if you can stop him for me.
Yeah, well. Dr. Culpepper.
Well, Mr. Peavy, what's the matter with you?
Me?
Say, let's have a look at you. Haven't been feeling up to par, eh? Say ah.
Oh, fiddlesticks. I don't want to say ah.
What?
I just came here to deliver your order from the pharmacy.
Oh, fine.
Doctor, I'm the patient. Remember me? Of course, I'm a little older than when I first came in here.
Fine. We're going to take care of you, Gildersleeve.
There he goes again.
He's certainly postponing the bad news, isn't he?
Now, Peavy, just because he hasn't told me anything yet doesn't mean I'm desperately ill.
Well, no.
I shouldn't worry because he seemed a trifle concerned over my chart.
No.
So the chances are the doctor will tell me, Gildersleeve, you're the finest physical specimen I've ever seen.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, the mayor and I could have played 9 holes of golf by this time.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, you have a visitor.
It couldn't be the doctor, could it?
He'll be with you any minute now. Go right in, young man.
Hi, Unc.
Leroy.
I thought I'd better come down and tell you the mayor's been calling. Boy, is he hot because you stood him up.
Right now, I'm more concerned about my health than I am about the mayor and his old golf game.
Yeah? What are you doing in that outfit? They're going to operate?
Leroy, don't jump to conclusions.
Well, that jacket's already slit up the back.
That's the way they make them.
What's wrong with you, Unc?
They won't tell me.
That bad?
At least they haven't told me yet. Do I look all right to you, my boy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Leroy, you're telling the truth, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, Gildersleeve, we're ready for you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I see you're back, young man.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with me.
Fine. Let's take a look at your chart again, Gildersleeve.
Well, whatever you say. You're the doctor.
Blood pressure all right, temperature fine, pulse fine. Everything seems to be fine.
It does?
Great, Unc.
Yeah, but, doctor, when the nurse handed you my chart, you shook your head and did a lot of muttering.
Oh, that. Well, confidentially, Gildersleeve, my nurse is a terrible typist.
Oh, so that was it.
Gildersleeve, why did you come to see me in the first place?
Well, I had a slight crick in my neck.
Crick in your neck? Let me see about that. Yeah, you do have a muscle spasm back there.
Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good thing I stayed here today, I guess. What do you prescribe, Doctor?
Well, you should tone up those muscles, Gildersleeve. Why don't you go out and play a little golf?
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. You'll never know how smooth spreading and good tasting a margarine can be until you try Kraft's new Parquet. New Parquet spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Spread smoothly on the freshest bread or thinnest crackers. No tearing, no crumbling, no trouble even when served ice cold from your refrigerator. Tomorrow when you're shopping, get Kraft's wonderful new Parquet margarine in the new ice blue package. Parquet looks wonderful, tastes wonderful, and spreads smoothly even when ice cold.
Unc, you must have had quite a day at the clinic.
Yeah, I did, Leroy. Didn't even get out for lunch. Let's see what's in the refrigerator. I'm starved. Oop, nothing but water.
Yeah, this is the day to defrost.
Well, I have to eat something. I'll never be able to wait until dinner.
Eggman!
Hey, here's Mr. Cooley. You can get some eggs.
I don't want to see Mr. Cooley. He's the cause of all my troubles.
Yeah?
Eggman!
Yeah, I won't let him in. Front door's locked, and I'll lock the back door.
I don't get it.
Eggman!
Shh, don't let him know we're here.
Why not?
Leroy, that Eggman kept talking while I was practicing my golf swing in the backyard. He made me break my club, get a crick in my neck, miss my game with the mare, and spend the whole day in the clinic.
Yeah, in a way, I guess he did.
Yeah. Well, I don't hear him anymore. Guess he's gone away. Yeah, that'll teach him. I never did like the way he just walks in the house.
Eggman.
Cooley, how did you get in the house?
Through the basement.
The basement?
I crawled through the coal chute. Hello, Leroy.
Hi.
But why do you go to such trouble to get in?
I wanted to see you. Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello.
I told Mrs. Cooley I was afraid I took your crick in the neck a little too lightly.
Oh, well, that's all right. You weren't the only one.
I told her I caused you to break your golf club and even go to the doctor.
Oh, well.
And Mrs. Cooley suggested I make amends by bringing you one of our best turkeys, all roasted and everything.
A whole turkey for me? Great. I'll eat it now. Where is it?
I had a better suggestion.
Oh?
Here's a new golf club.
Leroy, lock the coal chute.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is partially transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Bud Steffen, Elizabeth Patterson, Paula Winslow, Norman Field, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
There are two kinds of delicious Kraft prepared mustard. Mild Kraft mustard, so smooth and delicately spiced, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. And whichever you prefer, remember, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Try it on cold sandwiches, hamburgers, frankfurters, and cold cuts. Enjoy the wonderful sauces you can make for hot meat and vegetable courses with Kraft prepared mustard. Keep both kinds on hand and keep the whole family happy. Get mild Kraft mustard and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added at your favorite food store.
Tonight, play You Bet Your Life on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, partially transcribed, by the Kraft Foods Company. It looks wonderful, it tastes wonderful, but the big news about Kraft's new Parquet margarine is the way it spreads. Even when ice-cold, new Parquet spreads smoothly. It won't tear a fresh slice of bread, it won't crumple thin crackers. New Parquet is ready to spread smoothly the instant it leaves your refrigerator. Get Kraft's new Parquet tomorrow in the new blue package. You'll love the way it tastes. You'll love the way it spreads. Well, ever since school started, the great Gildersleeve's nephew Leroy has been having a little trouble with his studies. Of course, he wouldn't be human if he didn't blame part of it on his new teacher.
What does she think I am, Bertie? A quiz kid or something?
That Miss Tuttle knows what she's doing, Leroy.
Yeah? Look, I gotta read this whole chapter of history tonight. What's she trying to do, make a bookworm out of me?
She can't make no bookworm out of you. You'd wiggle out of it.
Well, I guess I gotta get started. Bertie, what do you know about the Lewis and Clark expedition?
Leroy, that's a trip I didn't take.
For corn's sake. What do you know about the War of 1812?
Well, Bertie knows it was fought in 1812.
Didn't get much out of Bertie. Guess I'll have to read this stuff. Gosh, look at all the pages. Not even any pictures, except some old maps. Oh, here goes nothing. When Thomas Jefferson learned that Napoleon Bonaparte would sell the area called Louisiana...
Hello, Leroy.
Hi, Unc.
What are you reading? The comics?
You kidding?
Oh, history.
Yeah.
History was always my favorite subject.
Good. You can help me if you know history.
Did I say history? I meant English.
You can help me with that after dinner.
After dinner? Well, let's see now. There was something I had to do after dinner.
Okay, don't help me. Let a little kid fight it out with that new teacher all by himself.
What's this, my boy?
I'm having a horrible time. I think my teacher picks on me, Unc.
No, Leroy, I can't believe it's all your teacher's fault.
Surely you don't think it's mine.
Well, if you and your teacher are having a little misunderstanding, why don't you stay after school and talk things out?
Stay after school when I don't even have to?
Yes, and it wouldn't hurt you to do something nice for your teacher.
Like what, quit school?
Of course not. But you might offer to wash the blackboard, empty the wastepaper basket, pound the chalk out of the erasers.
Murder.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? The kids wouldn't even speak to me. I'm not going to polish the apple.
I'm not asking you to polish the apple. Just wash the blackboard and clean the eraser.
Nuh-uh. Took me years to get my good reputation with a gang, and I'm not going to spoil it.
Leroy, I'm not going to let you flunk history. I have to go talk to your teacher myself.
That's all I need.
What?
An uncle who's an apple polisher.
Leroy.
Miss Marjorie. Good morning.
Morning, Bertie. Am I too late for coffee?
No, ma'am. Mr. Gildersleeve's having his second cup in the dining room. Miss Gildersleeve!
Yes, Bertie?
Miss Marjorie's here for coffee.
Come in, my dear.
Hello, Unky. Yeah. My, but you're all dressed up this morning. Big meeting at the city hall?
No, I'm going to pay a visit to the school today.
Oh?
Leroy's having a little trouble with Miss Tuttle.
Miss Tuttle?
New teacher. And I always say it doesn't hurt to get on the good side of your teacher. If Leroy won't make the gesture, I will.
Now, Unky, let's not go upsetting the whole public school system.
What?
More hot coffee, anybody?
Oh, no, thanks, Bertie.
Does Leroy want somebody to go to his history teacher?
No, ma'am.
Bertie, I think Marjorie asked me.
Oh, I thought she's asking me. Sorry.
That's all right, Bertie. You gave the right answer.
Yes, yes.
Well, when anybody asks me, I give them a straight, honest answer, and I thought you was asking me.
Yeah, all right, Bertie.
And the straight, honest answer is Leroy don't want nobody going to his teacher about nothing. Of course, nobody asked me.
No,
But
Bertie.
if they did ask me, that's what I'd give them. The straight, honest answer that Leroy don't want nobody going to his teacher about nothing. Of course, nobody asked me.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Eggman. There's Mr. Cooley at the back door.
He'll come in. He always does.
Eggman.
Doors mean nothing to that man.
Really, Unky, I don't think you should go to Leroy's teacher if he doesn't want you to.
All right, all right.
Eggman.
Right into the dining room.
Excuse me, I'm leaving the eggs in the refrigerator. Hello, Bertie.
Thank you, Mr. Cooley. I'll find them.
I don't like to leave eggs without telling somebody I've left them. Hello, Mrs. Thompson.
Hello, Mr. Cooley.
Last week I went to a customer's and had to go clear to the attic before I found someone.
I'll bet they were hiding.
But I found them. Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello.
Haven't you gone to the office yet?
Well, I'm in no hurry this morning. I had intended going by the school to see Leroy's teacher.
Miss Tuttle, you sure can pick 'em.
Why, Mr. Cooley.
I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but take it from your Eggman. Miss Tuttle is some chick.
Well, I got the impression from Leroy that Miss Tuttle was, not too attractive.
Leroy's just a boy. In fact, if he thinks that, he's still a babe in the woods.
Oh?
She wears rouge and lipstick.
To class?
Unky, they all do.
Please, Marjorie, I'm listening to Mr. Cooley.
She also wears high heels. Very modern.
I don't see why Leroy can't get along with a teacher like Miss Tuttle.
Now, Unky.
Marjorie, I consider it my obligation as his uncle to go talk to her about his grades.
If you'll wait until I deliver my eggs, I'll go with you.
Cooley, this is my problem. Well, here's the room. Yeah, that must be Miss Tuttle at the desk. She's even prettier than Cooley described her. But I'm here to help Leroy. Pardon me.
Yes?
You're Miss Tuttle, I presume.
Yes, won't you come in?
Thank you. I hope I'm not intruding.
No, I was just grading some papers.
Well, I dropped by to talk to you about one of your pupils. I'm Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
Gildersleeve? I don't recall a student by that name.
Well, his name is Leroy Forrester. I'm his uncle.
Oh, yes, Leroy. Dear Leroy.
By the way, which is his desk?
The desk in the next row with his name on it.
Oh? Do they put their names on the desks now?
This is carved.
Oh. Well, Leroy always was good at woodwork. Better than history, I guess. Miss Tuttle, I wouldn't suggest this if it wasn't lunchtime. But would you care to skip out for a bite so you and I can talk over Leroy's history problems?
Well, thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve. I brought my lunch.
Well, is it anything it'll keep until tomorrow? Or perhaps you'd like to come to the house for dinner this evening.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve. I can't this evening.
Yeah. Well, when you get around to grading Leroy's history paper, I guess you'll remember you were asked.
You can't be serious, Mr. Gildersleeve.
It's serious with Leroy. He's been getting some low grades, Miss Tuttle.
Well, I know, but I try to be fair. Now, if you don't mind, I have important things to do.
Well, I have important things to do, too. Perhaps you don't realize I'm the city water commissioner.
Oh?
Just thought I'd mention it. Not that it should necessarily influence you in grading Leroy's papers.
If you want to criticize the school grading system, why don't you come to the parent-teachers meeting tomorrow evening?
I'm not criticizing the school grading system, Miss Tuttle. My complaint is about you.
Well, that's one reason we have parent-teacher meetings, so you can air your grievances. May we expect you?
Me? Well,
I'm sure everybody will be anxious to hear your views.
I'm afraid I can't make it tomorrow night. Where's my hat? What a busy day. 3:30 and I haven't eaten. Well, I shouldn't have wasted my lunch hour talking to Leroy's teacher. Maybe Peavy has some lunch sandwiches left. Hello, Peavy.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this afternoon?
Peavy, what's on the menu?
Yeah, let's take a look. Roast beef sandwich, Swiss cheese on rye, tuna salad.
Yeah, I'll take the cheese sandwich.
No, you won't.
What?
We're fresh out of cheese.
Well, give me the roast beef sandwich.
Don't have that either.
Well, tuna salad.
It's too late for tuna, too.
Peavy, if you don't have any of these things, why did you mention them?
You didn't ask me if I had them. You asked what was on the menu.
Oh, my goodness. I haven't had a bite of lunch yet.
Well, it won't hurt you to skip a meal, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I wouldn't have if I hadn't spent so much time with Miss Tuttle.
Oh, been dating one of the school teachers, have you?
Peavy, would I be dating a school teacher during school hours?
Well, there's always recess, you know.
Yes. Peavy, I went to talk to her about Leroy's low marks in history, and she practically accused me of trying to upset the whole school grading system.
And you weren't trying, I take it.
Well, of course not. I was just interested in Leroy's grade. So I made a mistake. But, Peavy, do you know what that teacher wanted to do?
Chase you off the school grounds?
She tried to talk me into going to the parent-teachers meeting tomorrow night and making a fool of myself.
My.
She's not going to get me to any meeting.
Hi, Unc.
Well, it's Leroy.
Hi, Mr. Peavy.
Hello, Leroy.
Hey, Unc, I've been looking for you. Guess what happened at school?
Uh-oh.
No, it's good news.
Oh.
I want you to go to the parent-teachers meeting with me tomorrow night.
Leroy, I was just telling Peavy I don't think I'd better go.
I don't think you better go either.
Yeah? Gosh, it's going to be a big deal. It's American Education Week.
It is?
And after the meeting, the school's going to have open house.
That'd be nice.
That's when all the parents get a chance to see what the kids have been doing. We're going to exhibit our work.
Not your history papers, I hope.
No. Heck, I'm an artist.
You don't say.
Yeah. They're putting one of my pictures on the wall.
They are, Leroy?
I'm getting to be a regular Rembrandt.
Now, my boy, I've seen some of your drawings.
But this is my masterpiece, they tell me.
I'd like to see that.
So would I. But...
Unc, it's a picture of your reservoir.
It is?
With you standing on the dam.
You mean I'm in it?
Sure, I did the picture for you.
Little Leroy.
Here, I'll take my pencil and sketch it on the back of this menu. Okay, Mr. Peavy?
Okay by me. We're out of everything anyway.
This will just give you an idea, Unc. Well, here's the reservoir. And you. And the dam.
Leroy, isn't the reservoir a little large?
Now, that isn't the reservoir, that's you.
Peavy.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a moment. Today, a great new discovery by Kraft Foods is changing a family custom that's been going on for years. The discovery is Kraft's new Parquet margarine. And if you serve new Parquet at your house, you won't have to leave it standing in a warm place overnight, so it'll spread easily on your breakfast toast or rolls. New Parquet spreads smoothly even when it's cold, even when it's ice cold. That means you can whisk it from your refrigerator to the table just a minute before any meal is ready. Parquet slices instantly into neat pats, no crumbling or splintering. It spreads without an argument, won't tear the freshest bread or crumple thin crackers. There's another wonderful thing about new Parquet. You can leave it standing out in a warm kitchen and it won't melt down. It holds its shape instead of running all over the plate. There's never been a table spread like it before. Kraft's new method of making margarine improves the texture of parquet at any temperature, hot or cold, and makes it even more appetizing and richer in wholesome flavor than ever. Get Kraft's delicious new parquet tomorrow. Look for the new ice blue package in your grocer's dairy case. The picture of a cake of ice in the corner of the package will remind you that parquet is the new margarine that spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Well, nobody can deny that the great Gildersleeve always means well, but when he went to the teacher about Leroy's grades, he got himself in a jam.
You say your uncle's definitely not going to the meeting?
No, but that's okay if he's busy or something. Doesn't mean a thing to me. Not a thing.
Well, if we've got a budding Rembrandt, somebody should be there to see his painting.
Oh, that. I may even burn the painting.
Well, before you do that, I certainly would like to see it.
You would?
I'd give a pretty penny to be at that parent-teachers meeting tonight. Of course, I don't know who I'd go with.
Hey, I got an idea.
You have?
Would you like to go with me? I'm going to be by myself, you know.
Well, Leroy, I'd be honored.
Oh, boy, you're swell, Mr. Peavy.
No, I'm not. I'm just a patron of the arts. Hey, why don't we have a soda on the house and plan our evening?
Keen. Chocolate, pal.
That's for me, too, pal. 2 chocolates coming up.
Hey, here's Judge Hooker. Hi, Judge.
Hello, Leroy. Greetings, Peavy.
Oh, Judge.
Having sodas, are you?
Yeah, on the house.
We're celebrating, Judge.
Well, if they're on the house, make it 3. Let's all us kids celebrate.
Okay, Mr. Peavy?
Well, the judge is a pretty old kid, but...
Now, Peavy. What's the occasion, Leroy?
Mr. Peavy's taking me to the parent-teachers meeting tonight. It's open house.
It is? Where's your uncle?
He's busy or something.
Leroy and I are going to have quite a time. Here's your free soda, Judge. Leroy.
Thanks, Mr. Peavy. Best-looking soda I ever saw.
Peavy, I hardly think that you're the one to accompany Leroy tonight.
How's that?
If I may say so, I'm much closer to the family than you. After all, I'm the boy's godfather.
Yeah, I'm his pharmacist.
If Gildy can't accompany Leroy tonight, I should. It was I who helped nurse the lad through his little childhood ailments, didn't I, Leroy?
Yeah, but...
Well, I brought him his pills, didn't I, Leroy?
Yeah, but...
And I recall sitting by his bedside when he had the mumps.
You should have caught him.
What'd you say, Peavy?
I said, so what?
I think that I should be the one to take him.
And I say I should take him.
Hey, I'm pretty popular.
Well, there you are, Leroy.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Peavy. Judge.
Hello.
No.
Peavy, no matter what you say, I'm going to do it.
Well, no matter what you say, I'm going to do it. Old Buttinsky.
I'm going.
Oh, pooh, I'm going.
Wait a minute, fellows. I don't know where you're going, but why don't both of you go?
Hey, that's an idea.
Well, how about it, Peavy?
Suits me.
Swell.
Yeah, you see? Takes me to iron things out. Where are you two going?
Unc, since you can't go, they're taking me to the open house at school tonight.
Yes, now everybody's happy.
Everybody but me. Is Leroy around, Bertie?
No, sir, Mr. Gildersleeve. He's gone.
Already? Well, too bad. I wanted to have a word with the boy.
Yes, sir. The judge and Mr. Peavy picked him up and took him out to dinner.
Oh,
Ain't that nice of the judge and Mr. Peavy?
Well, I wanted to tell Leroy I'd about decided to take him myself.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gildersleeve, why didn't you take him?
Well, frankly, Bertie, I had a little tiff with his teacher. I didn't think I should go to the meeting.
Yes, sir. Well, when somebody muddles things up, it sure is nice when somebody else comes along and clears them.
Yeah, you're right, Bertie.
And the judge and Mr. Peavy sure cleared things up for Leroy.
You're all right, Bertie. I know I muddled them.
Yes, sir.
Oop. Sometimes I wish Bertie wouldn't always agree with me. By George, the snow's getting deeper all the time. I always enjoy the first snowfall, but not tonight. What am I doing, walking around the schoolhouse? I can't go in. I would like to sneak a look at Leroy's painting, though. Picture of me, painted by the boy's own hand. Hey, room's right above me. I could crawl up this fire escape before the crowd gets here. Why don't I? Slippery. Oh, well. What if I break my neck? Nobody cares. Hey, I'm in luck. Window's unlocked. I hope nobody sees me. I can see the headlines. Water commissioner caught breaking into schoolhouse. Well, I could just tell him I was going back to the 8th grade where I belong. It's nice and warm in here. Now, let's see. A lot of paintings and charts on the wall. Wonder which is Leroy's. Hey, somebody coming. Where'll I hide? Here's a door. Oh, for supply closet. Well, I'll have to squeeze in. What is all this stuff? Pencils, chalk, blackboard erasers?
You have a very nice school here, Leroy.
I think so.
Yeah, not bad for a school.
There they are. And here I am. What a spot.
Where's your painting, Leroy?
Oh, we'll get to that, Mr. Peavy. Well, here comes my teacher. I want you to meet her. Miss Tuttle.
Hope she doesn't need any supplies.
Oh, hello, Leroy.
Hi. Miss Tuttle, I want you to meet some good friends of mine. Judge Hooker and Mr. Peavy.
How do you do, gentlemen? Welcome to the school.
It's our pleasure, Miss Tuttle.
Yes, it is.
Where's your uncle, Leroy?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry he isn't here. I was looking forward to seeing him at the meeting tonight.
Yeah, I'll bet she was.
Leroy, why don't you show your guest a seat?
Sure. Come on, Mr. Peavy, Judge. Let's sit over here.
Okay. But what about your painting?
Oh, we have to wait until the meeting's over for that. Here, I'll sit between you.
Yeah, they're sitting right outside the door. I wish I could shift my position a little. Yeah, at least I can turn my head. Oop! Stuck my nose in a chalky eraser.
Looks like a big turnout tonight.
Oh, darn dust.
Everybody interested in the school will be here.
I gotta sneeze.
Bless you, Peavy.
I didn't sneeze. I was just about to bless you.
Don't bless me. I didn't sneeze.
If they don't open this door, I'll bless them both. Well, at last everybody's leaving. In a minute, I can get out of this closet. I've been standing here like a mummy in a case for 2 hours. All the time, Leroy seemed to be having a wonderful time. Didn't miss me at all. Well, don't hear anybody now. I'll open the door and sneak home. Hey, seems to be stuck a little. Must have locked from the outside. I can't stay in here all night. Maybe I can arouse the janitor. Hey! Open up! Hello out there! Yeah, I hear footsteps. Boy, am I lucky. Here comes the janitor. Well, thank you, Mr. Whoop! Miss Tuttle.
Why, Mr. Gildersleeve, what are you doing in the closet?
What am I doing? Well, I can't think of anything to say.
Well, how long have you been locked in that closet?
Well, I came by early this evening to see Leroy's picture, and when I started to leave, I guess I took the wrong door.
I didn't see you come in the building.
I came in through the window.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Go ahead and laugh.
You poor man. Why didn't you let us know you were in there so you could come out and enjoy the meeting?
After our first meeting, I didn't think I'd enjoy this one.
Why not?
Well, when a man has made a fool of himself, he doesn't like to have it pointed out to other people.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't even remember our first meeting.
You don't?
All I remember is a very nice man who's so interested in his little boy's schoolwork that he climbed through a window and got locked in a closet.
Well, I couldn't tell Leroy why I didn't bring him to the meeting tonight. I guess he doesn't care now if I ever see his painting. But could you point it out to me, Miss Tuttle?
Of course.
Miss Tuttle!
Oop, Leroy's back. Better hide in the closet again.
But Mr. Gildersleeve.
Miss Tuttle!
Yes, Leroy?
Would you do me a favor? If I can. May I take my painting home? I want my uncle to see it.
What a fine little boy. I'll never miss another PTA meeting as long as I do.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. The newest discovery in a table spread now comes in an ice blue package. It's Kraft's new Parquet, the margarine that spreads smoothly even when ice cold. Compare new Parquet with any other table spread, and you'll agree it spreads better, far better. New Parquet is good eating, too, with a delightful flavor that sings of freshness. Tomorrow, look for Kraft's new Parquet margarine in the blue package. It looks wonderful, it tastes wonderful, and it spreads smoothly even when ice cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is American Education Week, and I'd like to suggest that we all visit our schools and take an active interest in them. Remember, education holds our future, and better schools build a stronger America. Of course, when you visit your school, don't lock yourself in the closet the way I did.
Hey, Unc, how'd you like my picture?
Oh, great, Leroy. Splendid effort. I'm glad you brought it home to show it to me.
That's okay. But, Unc, I must be hearing things.
Hearing things?
Yeah, when I went back to get my picture from Miss Tuttle, I thought I heard somebody sneeze.
Oh?
But she said I was just hearing things. Hey, is that snow on your lapel?
Snow?
It looks like chalk dust. But of course it couldn't be.
Well...
Here, I'll brush it off.
Leroy, don't brush it toward me. Is your brush? Ah!
Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is partially transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Bud Steffen, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Mary Shipp, Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand.
Mr. Heaston.
Yes, Commissioner?
I just want the folks to know there are pictures of me and the little family in the current radio TV mirror. You might want a copy. I picked up several.
Musical compositions were by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Done up just right, a delicious hamburger can be truly a gourmet's delight, a big deal in eating pleasure. Of course, just about every good cook knows that a dash of Kraft prepared mustard really makes a hamburger. Because when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Kraft mustard, naturally. There are two kinds of Kraft prepared mustard. Mild Kraft mustard, if you like it smooth and delicately spiced. Snappy Kraft mustard with horseradish added, if you like it zippy. Get both kinds of Kraft prepared mustard at your food store.
Tonight, it's Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life on NBC.